Hello, and welcome again to the Epilog studio. In this project, we're going to make a layered acrylic sign using different colors of acrylic sheets. We'll be using the Fusion Pro 32 and 80-watt laser tube, and the optional slat style vector table, perfect for cutting acrylic. In Adobe Illustrator, we've mocked up a 3D example of what our final project will look like, using Illustrator's 3D bevel and extruded features. Creating a 3D digital mockup is a great way to create a proof of concept prior to moving on to the production phase at the laser. With our cut lines ready to go and colored to match our sheets of acrylic, now we're ready to print to the Epilog software suite. We'll start by simply turning off the layers in Adobe Illustrator that we don't want to print. Then center all of the cut lines to the artboard. This will allow for some versatile options and workflow advantages once we're in the software suite. With the laser still turned off, in the Epilog software suite, we'll start by importing the 1/8" acrylic cut settings from the database to our group of cut lines. We'll click on the Import Material Settings button, then select the Cutting 1/8" 3mm option from the acrylic section in the Vector tab. Next, we'll set the process type to Off for all of the cut lines. This will make it easier to turn on each process individually for printing to our laser once we split our group of cut lines by color. Now, we'll separate our group of cut lines by color by clicking the color button next to Split By in the process options. Doing so will separate all of our colored cut lines into separate processes, while still keeping the material settings we applied earlier. The Epilog software suite allows us to provide unique names for each process within our job. So before we begin cutting the acrylic for our sign, we're going to rename each process to the color of the acrylic we'll be cutting it from. With all of our processes renamed, we're now ready to begin cutting at the laser. To send our first cuts to the laser, simply change the process type from Off to Vector. Here, we'll start with our green acrylic process first. With our laser now turned on, material in focus, and our cut lines fit to our acrylic sheet, send the cut lines to the laser to begin cutting. Once we've finished cutting our first acrylic sheet, we'll repeat this process until we cut out all of the layers and pieces we need to assemble our sign. For our final layer of acrylic, we've isolated the text and dark green acrylic layers and printed them to the Epilog software suite. We'll be using a durable, sticky-backed white paper and an overlay kiss cut technique to create the white lettering for our sign on the surface of the dark green acrylic. We'll begin by removing the masking material from the shiny side of our dark green acrylic sheet. Then, we'll remove the backing from the sticker paper and apply it to the surface of our dark green acrylic, approximately where our text will be located. Back in the software suite, we're going to adjust the speed and power settings for the green acrylic full cuts and the paper overlay kiss cuts. We'll use 10% speed, 100% power, and 100% frequency for our full acrylic cuts, and 20% speed, 10% power, with 100% frequency for our white lettering kiss cuts. The kiss cuts will allow us to cut through just the white sticky-backed paper. Then we'll be able to peel away the excess white sticker paper. With our job printed, we're ready to press go at the laser. With all of the acrylic layers now complete, we'll do a quick dry fit to be sure all the layers are ready. Then, we'll remove all the remaining masking material from each layer of acrylic before we glue the sign together with cyanoacrylate glue. With the placement of our last layer, there you have it, a unique, layered acrylic sign created with an Epilog laser.